Hey, what's up everyone? Timmy back here again with another video. Today I want to talk about Microsoft Local Administrator Password Solution, also known as LAPS, which is a tool to help you administrating the local administrator password on computers, if you have that activated. It's a huge security risk if you have the local administrator account and have the same password for every computer. And this is exactly what this product does, which is a free product from Microsoft. It helps you administrate and also retrieve passwords. So the thing here is that you can set an interval. Let's say you want a new password for the local admin account to be regenerated every day, and then you can have that. So you get a new password for that account on each day on every computer. So not two computers will have the same password. And you can then divide that in you're delegating access within Active Directory, and I'm not going to go through all the details in this video. The installation step I will probably cover in another video in the future, but not in this one. But here I just want to give you a quick overview on what LAPS is, how it works, and what it looks like pretty much. But back to my point. I don't know where I was, but never mind. I'm going to give you a scenario. Let's say you have a user who isn't an administrator, who isn't a local admin on his computer, but he needs something, he needs some access, he needs to install something or whatever that needs local admin permissions. He calls service desk, and the service desk guys, they can then pull up the password for that specific computer and give that to the user, or use it by themselves just to log in and do what they need to do. And then they can, right there on the spot, they can reset the password if they want to, or depending on the settings you have set before, a new password will get generated. If you have that it generates every day, the next day a new password will be generated, and the old password will not be able to be used on that local admin account anymore. There's a bunch of documentation over at Microsoft on TechNet that I really recommend that you guys read through. It's really great actually. But let's go into to show off the actual product. So let's jump over to my server. Over here. Some quick configurations. You need to deploy a GPO to the group, to the OU you want to be able to manage with LAPS. And from here you set a few things. Password settings. Here you can choose the password complexity. If you want letters, letters plus small letters, letters, small letters, and numbers, and so on. Password length, how many characters the password should be, and also how often the password will be regenerated. Name of administrator account is not something you have to specify, but if you're not using the local administrator account and you have created your own account, a specific account, you can specify this here so you know which account you're supposed to change the password on. Then you have do not allow password expiration time longer than required by policy. Let's say you do a set password within the GUI that's further than the policy says, then this will regenerate the password even though that you set the time in the future, pretty much. And you have to enable local admin password management. If you disable this, it will get disabled overall, so enable it if you're going to use it. Once deployed and activated, if you want from the server side get access to a computer's password, you launch up the GUI. You can also do this by PowerShell. I will show that quickly later. But from here on, we do computer name, search, And we get the password, we get password expiration date, and here we can set what time we want, if we want to manually set a new time when it will get regenerated. And from here we have the password, so let's jump over to our client. I think it's over here. Here we go, and we do administrator. Hopefully I got that right. I did not. Let's try it again. L-E-Q-8. Yes, success. So this is the local administrator account we are logged onto now. And yeah, I can showcase. If I open up labs here on this computer, the local administrator account does not have access to read the password. So if I try to retrieve the password from here, I will not be able to. Supply credential is invalid, mainly because it's a local administrator account. It doesn't have network access account to the Active Directory, so we will not be able to get password or set password or anything. So that's great. Do log off. Let's try a different user. 10, I believe. No, let's do 11. Because 010 does not have access either to the labs configuration, but this user has. So if I open up labs here, do this computer name, and I'm able to retrieve the password. I can from here also set a new password. So from here, if I do set, it will now tell, it will write to the Active Directory that the password expiration time is now. So the next time a GP policy refresh is made, it will regenerate a password. So if I do search now, I still have the same password. It hasn't changed. But if I do GP update /force, I will now get a new password that's been generated on the Active Directory. And as you can see here. So now the local administrator account on this computer now has this password, and the old one is, yeah, you can't use it anymore. So that's great. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to show off? I talked about the group policy, the UI. Oh yeah, PowerShell. Let's do some PowerShell. I love PowerShell. With the installation of labs, you get a module that contains a lot of PowerShell commands, both that you install that you need to install it, and also later on with administration. So you can do get adm. Oh, okay, I didn't install it on the client. Let's do it from the server. Here, get adm password, computer name SD010, and we get the password expiration time. So there's a bunch of cool things you can do with this. I highly recommend you at least look through the documentation. It's really great. I will probably do a video in the future on how to install it and go more in depth on how to deploy it with configuration manager and yeah, a bunch of those stuff. But in this video, I just wanted to give you a quick overview, what it looks like and how you can use it. So hopefully this been somewhat good information. So if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.